Anybody can guess what's in my bag? That's right,
Alcohol.
of course.
Alcohol.
And Fiji water. Lots of Fiji water. Hey guys, how are you doing? Wow, there's so many of you guys. Thanks for coming. I'm gonna stand in front of this thing. So yay, good to be here. It's been so long since I've been in this area. So thank you for everyone for coming out this way on a Tuesday of all days as well. Can you imagine if it came on the weekend? And last minute, my goodness, right? You guys filled up your spots like very quickly, so.
Don't worry.
Thanks for coming. So yeah, we'll just do like a little Q&A kind of session. You guys ask me any questions that you might have about myself, about Brett, about Marco, about what we do. I'll start off with a few answers to the questions you're going to ask. So, how did you get started, right? Yeah, everyone wants to know that one. I was a genius, basically, and I was like, yeah. And very humble, you know, no. No, basically I just, went to Vegas for the first time, so like you guys do, I went to YouTube to find out where I should go to play in Vegas, and then what games I should play in Vegas. That was clueless. This is like about 6 years ago now, I guess. Never been before. And I found these videos of people doing what I do now. And I was like, first of all, I was wondering why would anyone ever watch this? This is ridiculous. And then 5 hours later, I had the answer. I'm like, oh, that's why. You get sucked into it. It's so much fun. And I had a filmmaker background, so I was like, okay, maybe I can make this a little more fun when I go to Vegas. I'll record some of my gameplay, put it up on my YouTube channel. I'll put an intro and an outro, and whatever. So I just filmed it, threw it up, did not expect anything. Actually, I think I uploaded like 4 or 5 videos the first day. They were each like 3 minutes long. Didn't know what I was doing. But like a week later, these videos were doing really well. And I only recorded it like when I was there. And so I had a couple more videos, I edited those together and threw them up. And they did really well too. And within a month, I had like 1,000 subscribers and a ton of views. And I was being invited to the YouTube Partner Program. And I realized you can actually make money doing this thing. And I'm like, what's going on? I was a driver for Lyft. I was a driver for Uber. I was catering at events. I catered at the Golden Globes. I was like that actor guy in LA that wasn't acting and was doing everything else to support it. And all of a sudden I was making more money doing YouTube than I was at my other Joe jobs. And I was like, all right, well, you worked your whole life to get to LA to further your acting career. Do you just put that aside now and do YouTube? And I said, yes, I'm gonna do that. Because it was going so fast, and I had to follow it and see where it might go. And luckily it took off. A year later, I had my first employee, and now here we are almost 5 years since our channel started. We have 6 or 7 employees now that work for us, and we're just growing like crazy. We get like about 50,000 new followers every month, which is absurd. That was the question I have for you guys. How long have you guys been watching for? If you've been watching for more than 3 years, put your hand up. Wow, that's great. More than 2 years? Keep your hand up. More than 1 year? You just started. Okay.
Just started.
Who just found me in the last month? That's cool, still. Awesome. Well, thank you guys. I love you all equally. Don't worry. All right, what other questions do you guys have for me? I know you got some questions you want to have answers. Yes?
What did Marco first think when you started doing YouTube?
What did Marco first think? He's always been super supportive, and so he never said no. Because he always knew my love for entertaining and my love for gambling. And so his biggest worry was, well, just don't get carried away with it. Because it's easy to do that, I gotta make videos, I gotta gamble, and you can lose $5,000 to make back $27 on a video, so he was very strict about it at the beginning. He's like, I can see where this is going right now. You're on an upward trajectory, and you're losing money every month doing this, but you can see that it's going up in a direction so that in the future, eventually your expenses will be less than what you're making, which is a good thing. So at that point, he's like, as long as we keep following that and are smart about your money, because it's very important, when you're gambling, to be smart with money. As long as you follow that path and you use only the money you make from YouTube to pay for your gambling and not touch our savings and everything else, then you're good to go. So like as an actor, you don't make a lot of money. And Marco always, he's such a good guy. He had a rule for me. And his rule is I had to make $1,000 a month. That was it, right? Which is a lot of money, but it's not a lot of money at all, especially in LA. And he could have easily said, you need to like make what I'm making, and then forget about it. But so that was my goal, and so that's why I was doing the Lyft and Ubers and everything else. So like I was saying, he was always so supportive, and same with my parents. Like, who would tell their parents, I'm gonna play slot machines for a living, and they're okay with that. So crazy. Who's got a question? Yes. Marco works in advertising, online marketing. He's a genius at that stuff. He was really good. Yeah. I don't get it though. I really don't get what he does all the. He doesn't touch my stuff. No, he's too busy for that. I can't afford him. Essentially. Yeah. No, he's a genius in what he does, but I don't even know what he does. Like it's just beyond me. So. Yeah. People when I first started my channel, they used to say, oh, Brian's doing so well because of Marco. He's using his company to boost Brian. And I'm like, what the heck? Where do you get? The rumors go wild out there when they find out he's in marketing. Ah, that's right. That's right. No, because it's very personal. You know, he has his own personal life and he's a businessman, you know, and so I don't want to put that on a world platform for everybody to like, oh, there's where he works, let's go bother him at work now, you know. So we do keep it separate, but all you gotta know is he works in marketing and he's a genius. Yeah. Yes.
What is the biggest jackpot you've ever won?
Go to biggest.bcslots.com. Yeah, it's a huge. It's on Huff and Puff. I hit the major on that game in a Highlander room, and it's incredible. And neither Britt nor Marco were present, and they'll never forgive me. I wouldn't let the guy pee me out of the jackpot either. He was waiting. They're like, yeah, I gotta get it on camera. Like, I mean, luckily I filmed it, right? I wasn't just like gambling on my own. I've learned that I have to record everything I do, which takes away a little bit of the fun of it. But especially if you're in Highlander, you gotta record it because you never know what's gonna land, right? Yes. You gotta keep it on, please. Sorry. Can you keep it on? Sorry. Yeah, pretty well. Pretty well everything. The only time I don't is when I've had a couple drinks at night and I'm just like, let's have some fun. Anybody in the Rudy's? Any Rudy's members? Yes, thank you guys. If you guys are on the Facebook page of our group, I did post a little video from a couple days ago where I had a couple drinks. And the video's about 4 seconds long. Because Britt, I was like, no. And she stopped recording. She's like, we can't use that on YouTube. I'm usually with someone, but like I do like to gamble alone sometimes. So sometimes, when we're done, like we film a lot, right? Usually we're on the floor at 9 a.m. and we'll play straight up until about 4, go live at 4, go live at 5, and then grab dinner, and we are exhausted. That's when I want to play alone. That's when I'm like, okay, now it's time to just have some Brian time and split some things. But I'll still got my camera in my pocket, and those are the times where you'll just see a bonus. And you won't see a whole gameplay, you'll just see the bonus. That's because Brian's on his own, and that's when there's no second camera in the background. Sometimes Britt will be sitting beside me playing as well, and I'll get a bonus and she'll be like, oh, and she'll grab her camera and get the second camera angle as well. Yeah. Yes.
Do you ever get like 3 people playing next to you or close to you? How do you handle that?
It's so hard! Button slappers. Gosh. And I know half of you guys do it right now. Button slapping is one of those things that it's as if they're not hitting the button, they're hitting my head, you know? It's like they're slapping so hard. And Britt knows this. I don't have the best patience to like literally, I will match their smacks, right? When I'm not filming, I will be like smack, like doing it as well, hoping that they'll be like, oh, is that what I do? Never works. Instead, I will be slapping so hard and so fast that I go broke, and they'll get a bonus, like every time. Yeah, no, I usually don't have rude people near me. The only time is when they're like, would you please stop talking? You know, they get mad if I'm loud. And I feel bad, because I don't want to ruin their experience. We all got our own, time. And I'll usually just stop recording and be like, sorry about that, Or oftentimes when I sit down beside someone that's already there, I'll be like, I'm just going to be filming myself. You're not going to be on camera. Are you okay with that? I'll make sure, even though they're not going to be on camera or anything, I don't want to like throw them off. Because a lot of times I'll sit down and they'll just like, they don't want to be on camera, right? Obviously, but yeah. There was more in the rear, yeah.
I know you've had cruises in the past.
Yeah.
I've seen some of your videos and they look like low.
Oh yeah.
Do you see yourself doing any more of those in the future?
Yeah, we've done cruises in the past, and we have 2 more coming up right now. We have one in August and one in February. They are so much fun. I don't know how much fun August is going to be. It won't be the same as usual. I think we'll probably be mask wearing and all that stuff, and I think that they're going to make sure you have your vaccine as well, which is a good thing to feel a little safer on board. They are the best fun. We have ridiculous amounts of fun. And during those cruises, like, we are in the casino from beginning of the day to the end of it. Like, we close the casino every night together. And at the first day, people are like, let's Brian Christopher. Let's Brian Christopher. And by the end of it, we're like doing shots at the bar, and they're smacking me and making fun of me. Like, we're best friends, It's totally fun. It's a few of you guys think I've been on a cruise, actually. And we always have a really, really good time. Yeah.
Where are you cruising to
In August, it's Caribbean, West Caribbean, I think it is, and yeah, okay. I forget that. I was looking over Brett. What are we doing? Bahamas. Yeah, it's exciting. We had about 160 people in our last cruise together. The August one, we've lowered the number because I'm not sure yet if they're going to have like half the machines turned off or something like that. So I don't want to like have too many people on board and then no one can get on the slot. But and then we do music videos. If you guys have ever seen our music videos that we've made on our cruises, look it up. Look up Rudy's Cruise music video or something. We've done 2 of them so far, and they are unbelievable. Really fun. Yeah. How do I choose my casinos? Yeah, I want to go to every casino, to be honest. I want to show the world every casino that's possible out there. Unfortunately, not every casino wants me there. So, oftentimes we reach out to casinos. Other times our fans reach out to casinos for us. And other times casinos reach out directly to us. So, it really depends. So, we're here on this trip right now because they have a new thing called Boyd Pay. Do you guys know about this? It's pretty sick, actually. So you can connect, you can use money basically on your player's card. So you don't have to worry about putting in cash and taking out cash. You just put your player's card in, and your money is automatically, you can put it right on the machine. And when you pull that card out, the money comes with you. So you can never lose a ticket ever again, which I have done one too many times. My last one, I lost about 400, was it? At SMML, about a month ago.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm so busy with everything, carrying all my equipment, other end of the casino, and I'm like, oh jeez. And I run, and it was gone. They couldn't find it. So yeah, that is the reason for this trip. Actually, we've been talking about this Boyd Pay for a while. So I actually added these bungee cord things to our store because of Boyd Pay. Because, all it is, it attaches to your player's card, right? This way, I can never forget my card in the machine. Because this is the best thing your ticket, right? So you put your card in, you try and walk away, it's going to come with you, So that's why I did that, so I got my deconnected card there. But, so yeah, that was the reason we came to this casino, was to talk about that and promote that, because it's so important and so cool. And so that was a great little partnership with like the Boyd property and Aristocrat, who's like behind it as well. Yes?
I'll pretend to be her daughter.
Yes.
How many hours
You with the mask, yes.
How many hours a week do you think you spend at the machine?
Let's see. Generally, we're at one casino a week, and we're probably spending 3 to 5 days at that casino. So 24 to 40 hours. So does that sound right? Yeah, something like that.
Edit your own videos or?
Oh no.
Oh no.
I used to, like literally, as soon as my channel was 1 year, I was like, I can't keep up anymore. I can't do this. And I did a Craigslist ad, and I found a guy who would edit my videos for $5. I pay him more now. It was like $5. I think it was $5 a video. Maybe it was 10. I think it was 10 because it was like thumbnail and video together. Because I was uploading every day, and that was like a new thing back then. So yeah, we have an editor that does that. Someone helps with social media, and someone helps with like digital marketing to try and get casinos to like want us to come. And then there's another category that's called Brit. And she just does the rest.
Bigger
Yeah.
like
Yes.
you.
You know, I've only watched you for 3 months, and I'm fascinated by Brit's job because that's what drew me to watching you because I always think that's a great sidekick. And I love when you say, I'm going to play Max, and she kind of freaks out. So, I mean, like, you guys friends before this? 'Cause I think that you have a great job following her.
Well, speaking of Craigslist, that's where I found this one.
His assistant.
Craigslist has been my friend, basically. I do put my job notices out on LinkedIn and other sites, Indeed and stuff, but Craigslist always comes through for me. And about a year and a half ago, found Brit. It's almost closer to 2 years now, I guess, isn't it? Put out a thing, and Brit responded, and as soon as she came on board, I got a new office space, our first office space ever in LA, and the company's just been growing like nonstop. And now that you guys know, we now live in Palm Springs. Our size of our office is now 6 or 7 times bigger than our last office in LA. And yeah, everyone thinks that Brit has the best job, and everyone thinks I have the best job because all we do is play a slot machine for about 20 minutes a day, and then go home and jump in our money or something. I don't know. But yeah, we work a lot of hours, and the slot machine play that you guys see, that is our fun time. And behind the scenes, there's about probably 10 times more work going on. Yeah. Yes.
My fake mom needs her question.
I do have family ties here. I wish we could the name of the city too. Hold on. It's near Indianapolis. It's called.
Carmel.
Got a really cute little.
Fishers,
downtown.
Noblesville.
Carmel.
I
Fishers.
know. It'll come to me. It'll come to me.
Castleton.
This is my family. It's Marco's sister and her family that live over here, and they're the ones who are behind Champ Camp, which is the charity that I love to back. And
Near Indiana.
I'm supposed to be a camp counselor for it this summer, but they had to cancel
His
again
husband's sister.
with COVID, which is really sad. So
Still
next year we'll be doing it again. My first time finally being a camp counselor for them, which is cool. Yeah. There you go. Questions? Yes.
I'm about to offer her to stand up and yell for her. Would that be weird?
Yes.
Want to stand up behind her?
No, I'll banish you.
Where am I gonna go?
Hush, I'm recording.
Oh hell yeah, she's the boss now. We've gone through like many changes, right? So at the very beginning, super shy, didn't know she was going to be on camera or seen or heard, and now she runs the show. We even tried this one time, I think, because it was like, Brian, you're spending a lot of money losing on some slots. And I was like, you're right. I'm like, we track everything we gamble. I'm like, I'm losing too much. Here's my wallet, Brett. You're in charge of the money now, of what goes in the machines. It lasted.
No, do not.
It was that long? Oh, it's 3 whole weeks. Okay, I thought it was like hours.
She'll get her
Okay.
question asked.
It lasted 3 days. I was like, nah, I need that money. I gotta gamble. Yeah, but it was fun. It was a nice test. I didn't like it. No, I didn't.
She will ask her question.
I've never done all those budgets. I've been really good at setting them, but I've never stuck to a budget in my life.
Yeah, she will.
Like, long before
Because
my YouTube
we're all
channel,
gonna meet him in
I'm the
person.
Excel guy.
By
I have
Rose, we're
every
gonna go
spreadsheet
up
for everything.
and see him.
And I had it for budgeting,
No,
and I'd
but
show
she
Marco
can
every
ask
month.
us
So
her
we're spending
question
our rent
if
this
she
month.
doesn't-
So we're
if he
trying to
doesn't
do.
go to her.
Is there an entertainment budget? And I even bought one of those wallets with like 8 folds in
I have a
it.
question.
No.
This is a folder for this is for like it was ridiculous.
I don't know.
Never stuck to it, not once. I don't know how to keep to a budget, so that Brit does help. Yes.
Who's gonna get her?
Hundred hand poker. I got my biggest jackpot of all time coming out this week. 100 hand poker. Holy Jesus, George. And I had no idea what neither one of us knew it was gonna be.
We didn't even realize what was happening at the time. I think it's this much. No, I think it's this much.
Yeah, I think it's that's $1,000, I think. Yeah. I was also betting $150 a hand, so it was a lot of money. Not a hand, but $100 for 100 hands, so $1.50 a hand. Like I said.
I know.
Never been arrested for anything in my life. No, shh. Pre-Brit, yes. I've been surrounded by security at like Caesars downtown in Vegas a couple times. Where like, if I literally go there right now and put my card in the machine, I'll have 8 security around me right now. And the last time I was there, I played like 2 machines and was walking out, and I got surrounded. And I'm like, what? I literally couldn't drop my friend off. I saw a couple spots I wanted to play. And I guess at the very beginning, they saw me recording or not. Who was that? And I don't know. Another time, I was told never come back to a casino. And I asked the security guy, like, how am I supposed to get back to my room? Because I'm staying here. And another time, I was escorted to the bathroom first and had to go really bad, and then off the property. And that was at a casino I had full permission at, you know? Just not everybody gets the memo. So these are like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, when I didn't get permission necessarily, and I was just like, I gotta film, I gotta get this. And I always follow the same principles, you know? I would never just walk around filming random people and stuff. It was very professional about it, so to speak. But yeah, for the last solid 3.5 years, 100% permission. Yeah, I won't go to a casino unless I have permission. It doesn't make sense for me because it's a big expense to gamble.
Don't you dare.
Way back there, yes.
Me?
Yes.
Who does your travel plans for you, or how do you keep track of where you're going and where you're gonna be? And
Yeah, my travel is we do it together. I'd say Brett probably handles a little more, but we have like 5 different calendars that all of our staff are a part of, and one of them is like our team calendar. One of them is what we have available, you know, when we're free to travel somewhere. And another one is what's going to be uploaded on YouTube that day, and you know, just to keep everything on track because there's so many moving parts to this. And like for example, we just came straight from Oklahoma to come here. We were supposed to go to Palm Springs for 1 day in between, and it just didn't make any sense. So Blue Chip offered us to stay an extra night, so we could come straight here instead, and then continue on. Yes.